Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do what I call an energy update for the Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I'm going to do them in order of alphabetical order. So we'll do Capricorn. I'm going to do 3 cards for each: Capricorn, Taurus, and then Virgo. The reason why I'm doing this is I have to say, just about everybody I know right now is going through like some of the most difficult things that are just kind of ridiculous, like people getting ripped off, people getting fired for no reason, just like people's appliances breaking down, and like my daughter, her hot water tank broke down, and get someone in to repair it cost her over $300, and then the whole thing broke and she can't get her money back. Like, it's just crazy. And she's just one of many going through situations like this. So I want to know what's going on. So we're going to look at all the earth signs. Now at the end, this whole reading may come together as one reading. And I'm sure it will. So be open to that. Well, I like that the Knight of Pentacles is our first card. It's going to be for Capricorn. I just kind of feel like doing all your readings together, to be honest. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to break them up. I'm just going to do a reading for Earth. Look at this. We're getting a lot of Earth out, too. We have the Empress. We have Justice. We have the Six of Wands. Well, that's good for anyone who is dealing with justice in any way. You know, the law, or just like I spoke of my daughter, right? Like just karmic energy that, whoever, this is the way I look at it. Whoever that guy is, maybe she's not made whole again, but I feel like it's saying that you who have been suffering like that, I do feel like it's saying you will be made whole again. We have the Queen of Wands. I can't remember the last time I was on a motorcycle. A couple years. It hasn't been that long. Queen of Wands can be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be those. Could be the energy. We have the Palace of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. Well, there you go. I feel like for those who have been fighting, well, I don't know, maybe for some type of justice, whatever that may mean to you, it's showing like what it's coming from. It's like those battles, right? Those endless battles. And what I was going to say before was sometimes you got to learn when to walk away. Though personally, I don't think my daughter should walk away from that. I feel like that was an injustice and it needs to be fixed. But that's what I was going to say. Because it feels like disturbances in your home, and ultimately, I feel like justice is saying it's here to make you whole again, because you do have victory over it. And you have the Empress on it. Some of you have been, maybe you've been, I don't know, it may have something to do with your mother. But let's not forget, the opening card is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is trustworthy energy. It's interesting because the Knight of Pentacles is slow but steady moving. You can count on it. But in this image, look at him. He's like kicking up his heels. He's ready to go. Interesting. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Wands. You know, the Nine of Wands is in backwards. I think it is in reverse. I think I'm going to leave it that way because I simply feel like it means one thing here. I feel like it's talking about many of us dealing, you know, with, let's just say, the outside world. Well, it could be inside your home too. But it feels like energy that maybe, I don't know, you know, they can get out of control. I feel like there is, I have to be honest, I feel like there's been like a lot of anger released. Like I'm feeling like anger buildup. And I feel like, you know, what you want to do is try to find a healthy release for that. Boy, I feel like I'm talking to someone in particular. Like you have this anger buildup, this angst, and it's in you, and I can feel it, and I can feel it wants to come out. But I want you to hopefully take it out in the right way. I feel like that's your message here is, you know, you got to figure a way to get, even if you're going through it, you got to find a way. I feel like all of a sudden I just have to breathe. It's just like I have to stop, take 4 seconds, breathe in, hold, and then exhale for 4. And that may be the message, because I felt like I had to do that. All right. So, you know, even if ultimately victory is yours, I feel like some of you are like, why am I going through this? Well, with the Nine of Wands in reverse, I feel like normally the Nine of Wands is about your focus. You know, working steady toward your responsibilities. The Nine of Wands talks about, you know, it can talk about like the last 9 years have been difficult. But the person in the Nine of Wands is very muscular. His clothes may be tattered, but his frame, her frame is very muscular. So it speaks of the period, even if it's difficult, of growth. Like I have to realize that there's something within us. Maybe for those who are hanging on to that anger, you know, what's it doing? It feels like it's taken away your belief, like in your life and your right to live your life. You know, here's what I feel like sometimes we cannot control other people, and we just have to realize that the only thing we can control is ourselves. I feel like first and foremost, okay. I also feel like, you know, when we are, let's say, in battle mode, and let's face it, you know, it comes in waves, even for the most loving, you know, there's ways of it. So let's just say we're in a battle mode. I feel the energy of sometimes I allow yourself to bring justice to yourself by not battling those who I feel like probably are not listening anyways. What I'm picturing is like I'm saying to you the way I feel, you know, like this, you know, I'm tired of this, it's making me feel this way. But all that other person is doing is thinking of their response, what they're going to say next. right? They're not really hearing you, or it could be both ways, right? And we're not hearing each other because the battle seems to be bigger than the victory, right? I don't know why I'm saying right. You're probably like, no, especially if you're in it. I'm saying all that because the Nine of Wands is in reverse. So that tells me that maybe some of you don't really understand why. Like, why does it have to happen, right? We have the Empress here, and of all energies to show up for your reading, the Empress talks about one who has lived a very I want to say fulfilling life, but I mean it in both the dark and both the shadow and the light. This Empress has definitely been in the dark. And she realized, I feel like this Empress here, anyways, realizes that, it's like saving oneself. But you're not, sometimes you feel like it's only me, but it's not just you, right? Just think of yourself, right? You're both human and spirit. You got all that energy that you can work with. But when you don't feel it, when you are more in, let's say, the anger, or, that can be anger, jealousy, just people not listening to each other, just like everyone bumping heads type of thing. We still have to learn to rise above it. So the Empress is just, that's who she is, right? She has been through it. And she's learned from it. She understands, right? So the Knight of Wands would be flipped up for her. So ultimately, that's what we want to reach, right? The Empress status. We have it in us. We just have to find that vibration. And I feel like she looks at things differently. She looks at things with a spiritual lens, but also very logical look at things. So anyways, from her energy comes the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles promises to bring something into your physical world. Something is tangible, right? And it's coming from the Empress energy. Look at this. Here it is. Holy cow. Holy cow. Well, look at this. So the Knight of Pentacles is looking this way, right? Looking right back at this pentacle. Something's coming into your life, into your physical world. This is an opportunity, by the way. This is probably an opportunity for you in a way of growth, like maybe financial growth, in that type, maybe in your gift, your craft, your talent, and building it from there. It feels like something's coming in. This ace is definitely coming in. I almost don't want to peek below it. 7 of Cups. Well, I don't like that because that is having a hard time making a decision whether I'm going to take that ace. But I feel you will. Okay, we're going to bring in the Light Seer Tarot. So funny how in my mind I pictured I was going to do Capricorn, do 3 cards, Taurus 3 cards, Virgo 3 cards, talk about it quickly, and let it be. And here I am doing something completely opposite, but I feel like it's exactly what I'm supposed to do. So let's take a closer look. Justice, by the way, is the card of Libra. We have the Magician. All right, so this is something I don't want to say trying. This is something you've been manifesting. It's something maybe you have been working on, realizing. When you see the Magician, I feel like each card is a teaching card. So the Magician would teach you that, as you begin this next journey, because we do have an ace, right? Coming over, Knight of Pentacles, which to me is guardian angel energy. And then the Magician, this is, I forget what I was going to say. Why do I do that? Anyways, this is you manifesting, helping to bring in this pentacle. This is your part in this creation. So interesting. It's almost like you're keeping your head down. Like you've been keeping your head down. Like, I feel like someone almost like secretly keeping my head down. And maybe I go into meditation. As I go into meditation, I feel like it's like this energy is coming from you. It feels very peaceful, I have to tell you. We have the Knight of Wands coming over the Empress. Some of you, this could be a baby. Some of you may have been arguing about a time to have a child. But nonetheless, here it is. Some of you don't know if, you'll be a good mother. And I feel like, of course, you're going to be a good mother. Maybe your mother wasn't so good. Right? From your perspective. I don't know why I added that on. We have the Five of Cups. And we have the Empress. But now we have the Empress in reverse. So it's interesting here. Okay. So this is you actively manifesting. Maybe you don't even know you're doing. Because I feel like almost like I go into my, and I feel like I kind of am being secretive about it. I don't know why. Maybe I don't want people to know. And like I pull my hood down and she's sitting Indian style, very like how I always sit when I do a reading, very, very relaxed, right? And from that energy, she's pouring into the Knight of Pentacles. And again, your guardian angel, right? So this may just be the asking. And then if I go over here, I see the Five of Cups. The energy of some of you missing another or another missing you. But yet the Empress is in reverse. So this can be someone else missing you. Or it could be the other way around. Like someone else may have... just real quick, I want to say, because I get the energy of like, I'm the Emperor and I'm claiming victory that I have turned the Empress in reverse. So, I mean, hopefully if that's you, you can see that it doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. Like, but yet I feel like the Empress kind of, and this may be old energy, like the Empress kind of went with it. Or gave up. Let's say. But listen, this is of old energy. Okay, I want to look a little deeper at that. As I look at the Six of Wands too, I want to say that this is an energy where someone can also be like claiming victory, where other people seem to maybe take another person's perspective over your own. I feel somehow like you got beaten down, and almost like this person, the other part of that person, or not that person, of that relationship, would go out and talk one way to their friends, maybe about you, and maybe say negative things about you, and they believed, right? They believed them. First of all, I want to say, let it all go, because I feel like that energy, it's almost like that was karmic. It has no value to it other than that. And I feel like the people also, I hate to say that they're like throwaways, but I don't feel like in any way are they meant to move forward in your life. I don't think it'll in any way grow. I feel like literally there's some people that we just going to run into, and it can be when we are like our vibration is so low. What are we attracting? Other low vibration, right? People in that low vibration, just the way it is. And, you know. Anyway, I don't feel like that's you today. I feel like that was you then, but I feel like, boy, sounds like it was an experience, right? And I do feel like, kind of like, it's like you did give your, or they just gave, I feel like it's you, gave yourself away. Interesting. Some of you may have divorced this person. And I feel like, if I'm like on point with this person and you start to miss them, because sometimes we can miss even people who treated us like shit, right? Because sometimes we feel in our lonely state, it's almost like anybody's better than no one. And that's just not true. Just not true. So far from the truth. And if you feel that way, being alone for a period of time is truly the best thing for you. Because I feel like that's a habit you got to break. And I don't feel like, yeah, I hope I don't sound like a mother. But I feel like your guides want me to say that's a habit you got to break, right? You've got to break that. They can't break it for you. Okay, anyway, what do we got over here? Didn't even see these cards. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, how much do I love this that the Knight of Wands is now in the upright? We have the Eight of Cups. This is the energy of, first of all, it's the energy of some of you walking away from a home, walking away from a town. Maybe you're heading towards the beach, you're heading towards the sun. I don't know. I feel like someone is. You may be starting over, and it's just like you are, you're on an adventure and you're heading towards the sun. Boy, do I like that. And I feel like, if that's you, and I probably mean that in a bunch of different ways, because I feel like whatever you're doing in the Magician's energy, the Knight of Pentacles has paid attention to it, and that's what's coming in. And I feel like it's going to be different for a lot of people. But what I'm really feeling is freedom. Like, I'm heading towards freedom. And it may just be freedom with yourself for not forever, right? Or this may be asking you to consider that type of energy. But in the Eight of Cups, first of all, Eight of Cups is about a new beginning, and it's allowing yourself to have a new beginning also. And it's about getting your emotional house in order, as much as you can. And then where's she going in the Eight of Cups? Right where I was talking about, the Nine of Cups. Okay, let's keep going. I'm trying to keep these short to help you guys who really don't want to get into a long reading. So we have the Ten of Wands also in reverse. So this is very interesting, right? Because it's coming right over Justice and the Five of Wands. And now we have the Ten of Wands, right? So here's the whole of this half. And it can talk about two people, being in that. First of all, I feel like this could talk about a relationship where it was supposed to be us, right? To walk this journey together. But maybe what it really turned into me, right? There's just me. So anyways, I feel like, I feel like Justice is severing ties with that type of energy. And why? Because you feel like you're heading towards a much more, I don't know, like watery, fluid, but adventurous type energy. And listen, that's what then you're going to attract to you. So, in every area. But first, I feel like, that Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is almost wishing the Tower would come in and help me cut the ties that maybe I have a hard time cutting. Interesting, I have 2 5s surrounded by that Ten of Wands in reverse. You know, I have to say also though, because I'm looking at her, you know, and I've seen this often in this card where she takes only what she can carry, right? And that's all she needs. But in reverse, you know, and it's because like this part of the journey, there was a sense of responsibility to it, right? There may have been a lot of responsibility, but then maybe the responsibility all came down on you, right? So for some of you, I feel like it's in reverse because maybe you have not left that energy yet, and maybe you want to. So if you do, I feel like go back to the magician, what the magician's doing. You know, that can be praying, that can be meditating, but I tell you, it's coming from a peaceful type energy, an inner peaceful. Well, look at this, the Queen of Cups, and I love her in this deck because she feels so connected to above, like as above, so below. She's so open with her emotions, right? This is someone who, you know, just love. I don't know. Like, I feel like just love. Like, whether it's in a relationship, loving myself, loving my life, she feels very connected. So that can give us a clue of how to reach that level, right? It's the connection. She knows, right? It's coming from everywhere. And that's truly what it's your spirit guides want you to know. Like, you know, it's not one spirit guide. You have many. And then you have angels, and then you have archangels, and each and every one of them was assigned to you, in particular to you. So sometimes when, you know, like this 10 of wands, your spirit guides, your team, spiritual team, let's say, you know, they don't want you in the 10 of wands, but there's certain things that you yourself have to accomplish, right? And even though that can be difficult energy, the journey, you rate the change and all that, boy, I feel like the reward, like not long after that, is so worth it. It's one of those things where I feel like sometimes we look back and we be like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? So, you know, I feel like some of you are connecting to your mom, and your mother is helping to guide you. Yes, I feel like this is probably a mother who's crossed over. You know, and it's funny because I feel like, you know, it's like someone who, I don't know. I'm feeling both ends of this, like where one mother was the protector while here, or could still be here, but then I feel the other energy where another mother gets stuck in the drama and maybe never did see your point of view. I feel like that is complete. I don't feel like it. I know that that is completely changed. So I feel like, you know, she has also stepped in the role as one of your spirit guides for, you know, a particular, you know, what part of your life? Well, the part of your life where you allow freedom, like freedom to ring, whatever that means to you. And really what that means is the release of what is not necessary and the lightness of the body afterwards. That's freedom, right? We're all this with people who just, you know, no matter what, we're not going to let me win. Sometimes I walk away. And even in this, though, I feel like the magician is like, you know, in your quiet time. It can be also in your dreams, too. But whatever it is, I feel like the Knight of Pentacles, which to me is, you know, meant to be the most trustworthy knight of all. But is very slow moving on purpose, right? Even though this is like, it still has given you experiences that have taught you a lot. And maybe the one lesson most important is the ability to shake off what no longer belongs. All right, I'm just going to see if anything else wants to come out, and I think I'm going to leave it there because I don't want these to be long. But the Ace of Pentacles, I can't take my eyes off that. And look at that, the Ace of Swords. You know, I feel like here are two different type of opportunities. The Ace of Swords speaks of the truth. It speaks of the art of communication. This could be the beginning of a path where you now are the communicator, perhaps in your Pentacles. You know what I mean? In your financial house. And I don't mean you're speaking of finances. I mean this may be how you end up or are making a living. This Ace of Swords, she's certainly connected, right? Very connected. That's epiphanies. That's ideas. That is, you know, it's like your dreams are all in this pentacle, right? These pentacles, I often feel, are your seeds. So it's really you, like your spirit before you came here. You know, you have certain seeds at particular times. You know, those are when the winds start to change. Anyways, maybe that's what we're feeling. I think we just had, the pink moon? You know, I'm not even going to blame it on the moon. I feel like this is a lot of human emotion. Yeah, I don't feel like I should blame it on the moon. We have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups talks about the energy of joy. That's what 3 stands for. Joy. It's one of many things it stands for, but joy is really one of the major things. You know, this is about inner joy. Like knowing that joy comes from you. And then as you release that energy, you know, this is when sometimes you find like soul girlfriends, soul guy friends. You know, it's like you find your soul people. Anyways, you know, I feel like this is also you celebrating the things that you've been able to change, that the things that you've had the guts to really look at, and because of that, all that seems to be coming in, right? Like, even if. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. So, many of you, I feel like, listen, I just feel like there's some type of adventure coming your way. Some of you, it's within your Pentacles, so it's within your craft, or you're receiving epiphanies of doing something, starting something new. You know, this says, you know, I received this epiphany, but you know what? I'm not sure I know enough. Well, it says go learn, right? This is the energy of learning, of being willing to be the apprentice. So it has to have your interest, right? Otherwise, it's senseless. This has to be something that fulfills you in some way. Otherwise, I feel like it's kind of senseless. But anyways, this is ultimately becoming the master teacher, and that would make sense with these aces over here, right? Communication, truth, honesty, epiphanies, ideas, thoughts, but you're being connected from above. That's the thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like you got to pay attention to that. That alone feels like a sign. And guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. Boy, it's hard for me to do a short reading, I have to tell you. Because I feel like I could go on and on and on and on. But I have a feeling we'd just keep going around and round. So I do feel like this is probably the best place to leave it. So I am. Let me know what you think. This might be something I add in. I'm trying to do things where I can you know, do it realistically where I'm not overbearing myself either, because you don't want me that way. So let me know what you think. I feel like this is for all Earth. Sorry, guys. I know I tried to separate it. But, you know, this is what I feel, honestly. I feel like you will find your place in this reading, whoever you are. If it's for you, right? Listen, if it feels like it's for someone else and you know that someone else, share it with them. You may be doing them a favor, because I feel like this is showing you, like all my readings do. I feel like my readings always show you a way out. Maybe you don't see it if you're over here, right? Like, no, Sandy, I don't see it. Well, it's there. You know, it's there. Um, it doesn't mean it's easy, but I feel like it's always there. It's interesting. Why is this Seven of Cups? Look at that. Seven of Cups is coming over this Ace of Swords. So, you know, I definitely is telling me that, and then King of Cups, that it's sometimes somewhere you may have, almost like giving away your voice, right? But I feel like you're reclaiming it. Baby, you're reclaiming it. Some of you are moving into the art of communication in whatever way that is. Whatever it is, I feel like it's a freedom. And I feel like it's a freedom almost like where you're shaking the rest off, and it's like you're a light body. So I hope that makes sense to you. I'm going to leave it be. I love you guys. Definitely give me your thoughts on this. Let me know where you're at in it. You know I love your comments, truly. So that's it. I'm going to stop talking. I love you. I will see you in the readings. Bye-bye.